Hey boys and girls, and welcome to week number 7. I'm going to have my cell phone out here because I have our questions on here that you guys are going to have to follow along on your Microsoft Word document. So we are on week 7, day 3. And all we're continuing to do is word problems. So you'll see that there are different colors. There's a red, a green, and a blue. And I did that color coding for a particular reason. You will see when we do these word problems that the reds are pretty much the same type, the greens are pretty much the same type, and the blues are pretty much the same type. So I'm going to do 3 with you. You're going to copy them down on your loose leaf piece of paper, and then you guys are going to do your own 3 independently. And I'm going to be checking all of those. I really especially those independent ones and see how you guys did. So I'm having my cell phone out. I'm not texting. I'm looking and reading. So let's go to our first question. And you have split screen enabled. So you have your video up of me right now. Listen to me, obviously. And you have your Word document reading from the word problems. And then you'll have your loose leaf piece of paper. We are on number 15. We did 1 through 14 in class. Okay, so I'm starting you guys off with a bang, a very tough question that I'm going to see if you guys can attempt. So it says, a school has 100 students. If there were 6 more boys than girls, how many girls are there? So that is a very tough word problem, and here's why. That's a division. You remember in class I gave you a couple of these, and we practiced them, and they are tougher to do. Now, I'm not going to give you these on quizzes yet, but I'm introducing this one to you. So this is a comparing tape diagram. We have boys and girls because there's going to be 6 more boys than girls. So I'm going to set up my tape diagram. I'm going to put B for boys, G for girls, and you're going to do the same. Okay, so there are 6 more boys than girls. So I'm going to put my little 6 right here. Now, if we had how many girls there'd be, we'd be able to figure out the boys quite easily, but we don't have that. We don't even have the boys. And if we had the boys, we'd be able to subtract the 6 and get to the girls, but we don't have that. Mr. B gave us a hard one. So now we're going to put off to the side. Our total is 100. So if you remember, this is a tough question to do because we're not given these. We're not given either one of these. So if you remember, we did this, I believe, 2 weeks ago. We have to think if these bars are equal, but they're not. We're going to pretend that they are. So if this is equal and this is equal, so we're going to pretend that those 2 are equal. However, we're going to add this 6 into that. Okay, so that's a quick mental math, giving us, boys and girls, 106. Okay, so I have 106, and let's say if it's that, and they're equal. So if that was equal, that means we're going to divide them both by 2. And again, this is why I'm doing this one with you. The one I made for you is a little easier to divide by 2. Mine's a much bigger number. And this one you could do mentally. 5, 2 goes into 10 5 times, and then 2 goes into 6 3 times, giving my answer 53. And you'll learn long division. I'll show you the rest of it. That's what it looks like. That is much, much later in the year. So that means that the boys, which is the full size, is 53. Okay? Now, I don't need to know the boys. If I did, I'd be done. Now I have to figure out the girls. So if it was the girls, it'd be 53 plus 53, which would give me, if you're doing the math, how much? 106. Okay, now that can't be 53 and this can't be 53. Now I have to do work between these 2 numbers. 53 minus 6. Again, you can't do that with mental math. Set it up. Give 10. Take away 1, giving me 6 and 6 is 12, so 6 and 7, giving me 47 girls. And voila! That is my answer. And I'm going to do mental math to check that. 7 and 3 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10. Give me 100 kids. Okay? So again, you won't be getting those on your quizzes just yet. just yet. We'll wait for that. We've been introducing those quite a bit. All right, so again, red. So look at the red one. You're going to have one where you and a friend have 50. So your 50 is going to be here, and the friend has 10 more than you. So remember, my first step was to add these two together, then divide it by 2, giving me the one bar that is full size, and then subtract the 6. There's my answer. Okay? So follow that for yours when you do the red one after I'm all done with my video. So let's go on to now the green question. It says a pilot flew 9,000 miles in 3 days. The first day, she flew 1,200 miles. That was 1,000 less than her second day. How many miles did she fly on the third day? So this is a combination. And this is a combination, if you remember, we've done a couple of these. It is comparing, but it's also a missing link. So we're going to do the comparing part first, because we got to have day 2. We have to figure out the second day. We'll figure out the third day later, but we got to figure out day 2. So here's my day 1. Here's my day 2. It's not just a math test, boys and girls. It's also a reading test. Read that carefully. The pilot flew 1,200 miles. That was 1,000 less than the second day. So 1,200 is 1,000 less than the second day, meaning the second day is going to be bigger. Even though you see the words less. It's the way I worded it. We have the first day is 1,200. That, right here, that number is 1,000 less than this one. Okay? So that's mental math. We're just going to add those two together, giving me 2,200. Okay? So again, it's not just a math test, but a wording test. Reading test, reading test. So now that I have my 1, now I have my 2, now I have to find 3. And I don't like comparing for this because it doesn't really show me my missing link. So then I'm going to do another tape diagram. Now I'm going to have my total up at the top, which was 9,000 miles. I have my first day. Should have made that a little tinier. I'm going to make this one a little bigger. And then, of course, that's going to be my third day. I'm just going to call it variable A. Okay? So notice, this was a multi-step word problem. First one we had to do, we compare the first 2 weeks. So we had to compare the first week and the second week. Now that I have that second week, look at where I transferred that number into. So now this is my missing link. My missing link, meaning I have to be able to solve for these two before I go ahead and do this. So I had to solve for this one here in order to now add these two together, which I did up there. Okay? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take these two, 1,200 plus 2,200. Again, that probably could be mental math. It's a 4. Give me 3,400. So on day 1 and day 2, together he flew 3,400 miles. Now I have to go and find the third day. He flew quite a bit on the third day. Excuse me, she flew quite a bit on the third day. 3,400. 0, 0, give 10, take away 1, 6, 5. And there's my answer. Okay? So again, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. It's take one step at a time. Figure out your second day. Do that first. Then let's transfer that over, and let's go ahead and use our missing link tape diagram. And remember, our missing link, boop, we add those two together, and then we subtract from the total. Don't subtract twice, right? It's like going to the doctor, and they're going to poke you twice with a subtraction needle. No, let's just subtract once. That's what we did. That's why we added these two together, then we took it away from our total. So again, match up your colors. You guys are going to do one on day 3, and it's about a store. A store has 3,200 types of chicken breasts. So that's going to be your total. Then it says they have 1,200 chicken nuggets and 1,000 chicken wings. Good news. I didn't give you a comparing one. I made it easy on you on that next one. So you just have to do the missing link one when you guys get to that independent one. Okay? All right, let's do our last one. together. It says Pablo saved $900. He spent $120 at Walmart. That was $75 more than what he spent at Old Navy. How much does Pablo have left? Woo! What a word problem. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Pablo's 900 and we're going to throw that at the end. We're going to do that at the end. We have to figure out how much he spent at Old Navy because we have Walmart. Walmart, we have 120. And look at the wording again. That, right there, that was 75 more. Excuse my typo there. That was 75 more than what he spent at Old Navy. So even though you see the word more, we're going to subtract. He spent more at Walmart than he did at Old Navy. So we're going to have 75 go here. It's not just a math test, but it's a reading test. You got to look at how we word those. So then we're going to subtract 120 minus 75. We're going to give 10, take away 1, give 10, take away 1. Obviously I'm at 11. So he spent $45 at Old Navy. Now comes our missing link because he needs to know how much he has left over. So he has a total of $900 that he saved. 900 that he saved. He spent 120 of it at Walmart. And then he spent 45 of it at Old Navy. And then that's going to give me my unknown. That's my missing link question. So we're going to take 120 and add 45. So he spent a total of 165 of his dollars so far, and he has 900, and that's our last step. 900 minus 165, give 10, take away 1, give 10, take away 1, 5, 3, 7. Meaning he says $735 left. Okay? So pay attention on your videos. I'm about 15 minutes in, then you're going to have your assignment is going to be to do your 3 ones. You have 18, number 19, and number 20. And look at number 20, very similar to the one we did. You're buying me a present at Walmart, by the way. It says, in your bank account, you have $2,000. However, you bought your teacher a very nice gift. The gift was $100 less than what you spent at Walmart. How much do you have left in your bank if you spent $400 at Walmart? Okay, so good work, guys. Continue on this. Again, we have 6 questions right now and 6 questions again tomorrow, just like we had 6 in class, 6 on the day 2, 6 today. We'll do 6 tomorrow, day 4, and then, yep, we'll have a little bit shorter on Friday, your day 5. Okay, take care. Thank you.